It is time for TED.
Coders, programmers and developers are our new rock stars.
So I think it's about time for a change.
That's not what I was going to say.
TEDx itself has been an opening up, and this year we decided we'd try and open up the speaker curation process. So we've got a theme next year at TED, the young, the wise, the undiscovered. We've made a conscious effort to try and go out to different cities around the world and find new voices, so that we're less American, we've got this more global feel. More specifically, that we just tap into what is often the highlight of any TED event, which is people no one has really heard of before. Those often give the most memorable talks. So that's what the talent search is all about. We've gone to 14 cities. In every city, we found really extraordinary people with extraordinary ideas or talents, and it's going to be very exciting to bring some of those to a world stage.
Everybody in the world who is healthy, smart and mentally stable will be able to apply to become one of the first humans on Mars.
We were inspired by another famous moonlander, and that's an astronaut hopping on the moon. And this is actually a hopper.
So who will be our next innovators? Who will be addressing our real-world problems as we increase our population and use up more of the Earth's natural resources? Our children.
In Nairobi, we got to meet a 13-year-old boy who was a Maasai kid who'd been brought up raising cattle out in a park outside Nairobi, had seen a lot of these cattle getting killed by lions, and as a 10 or 11-year-old kid had got interested in electronics, and he'd worked out this invention of how to save the cattle by creating these solar-powered moving lights that scared off the lions, and as a result of which he'd become quite the local celebrity. It's won him a scholarship to one of the best schools in Kenya, and so this kid who's 13 years old, he's gonna realize his dream of becoming an aircraft engineer. So it's meeting people like that is very, very inspiring. Ever since we launched the TEDx program, one of the standout events has been TEDxAmsterdam and seeing what's happened here. In general, we've been amazed at how much TEDx organizers have put into events, but what's happened here has really been something else. Not just a theater and a beautiful stage design and great lighting and a fantastic speaker lineup, but sometimes multiple simulcast events being held at the same time, a level of technical sophistication that is really surprising, and lots of additional elements have been put into the events here, involving great films made by creative agencies, really creative approaches to how the events are filmed and shot. This has been an event where back at TED HQ we feel like we've had a lot to learn. So it's been thrilling to see the level of passion, innovation, dedication here, for sure.
And you have a box which is totally empty, and you make a little hole in there. So this photon travels to the box, slips into the little hole, and there it gets lost.
We now have these 2,000 events happening around the world each year. That's 7 or 8 every day. It's kind of an amazing thing, and it's only been possible by throwing the keys to other people.
The live duck mounted the dead duck and started to copulate. Well, I'm a biologist, I'm an ornithologist. I said to myself, this is something wrong.
We don't see ourselves as the controllers, that we control what these 2,000 people do. We very much view TED now as an ecosystem. So I sometimes think of my job as being that of a gardener, of nurturing this ecosystem, maybe planting a few seeds, maybe occasionally pulling out a few weeds, but mostly watching in amazement as this beautiful thing grows in unexpected ways. Organizers around the world who are excited by helping spread ideas through this unique format of human-to-human communication, that's going to be the heart of it, and I can't wait to see what people do with that in the 10 years ahead.